You're listening to Max Talks.
Hello, Dolphy. How are you doing?
Hi, Jack. All good.
All good? Okay.
Thanks for having me.
So, yeah, it's our pleasure as well to have you today in our podcast. And it's not only it's not only pleasure for us, but it will be a pleasure to listen to you for the HR fraternity as well. We would like to, derive your experience of around 24 years of experience into HR domain. Okay, where I would say rather you have become an all-rounder now due to your experience, and what we would like to get your experience from is also you have worked across the industry, and this is something which is very good and which is very rare as well, which we have come across. So you're one of the rare professional who has a multiple industry experience. So it's great to have you, Dolphy, and of course you being a director of Transformatrix has and started for the last 7 years. It has been a wonderful journey for you. Whatever I have known, you continue to make milestones after milestones, so which is really good, and our best wishes also to you to continue with the same trend.
Thanks so much.
uh, so today's topic is very interesting. So beyond salary, what really keeps the employees loyal?
As I say, salary is not the only thing that uh, keeps people loyal to organizations. There's a lot more, to it. So there is the kind of environment that you provide for them, the kind of culture that you give them, uh, the kind of people that they deal with, the kind of growth trajectory that you give them. So, and today it's all about keeping everything transparent. So, we very firmly believe that, Jack. We have kept, and we having a almost 100 plus force. I mean, people in our organization. We practice what we preach
Right.
before we go out and tell people that okay, this is what is to be done. We have used those tools within our organization, so it's really worked, and that's what we preach outside as well.
So we often hear money isn't everything, but is that really true in today's job market? What's your
So
take?
it's almost the same thing we discussed earlier, salary and money. It's almost the same thing. And today, when you're dealing with the young crowd, um, they that's not the motivator for them. For them, recognition comes. For them, flexibility is one of the key parameters for them to decide. Okay, yes, I'm going to be working here. Recognitions and accolades is what people strive for. So yes, so salary, of course, is one part, but there are so many other factors also, that help retain people in the organization.
Okay. So, what, according to you, would be the top three reasons employee would stay in a company for a long time?
So top three reasons, I would say, they need to have a purpose where they're
Okay.
working. They also need to see growth and development when they're, working with an organization. And at the end of the day, you need to, as I told you earlier, also you need to give them a positive environment wherever they're
Okay.
working. So these things really um, give them the right atmosphere, the right ecosystem for them to excel and be fruitful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really good to know this. How much of a role do you think work culture plays?
I would say it is a very critical aspect to have work culture in an organization so that, uh, Jack, it is important that when your employee goes home, he should have that excitement to come back again the next day. It
Yes.
shouldn't be that, oh my God, oh, I have to get to work today.
Correct.
So which is not what we experience, at least in our organization, and we keep telling this to whoever the companies and the clients that we consult, that you create that kind of a work culture that your employee looks forward to coming and hitting the desk and showing his face in your company the very next the next day. That is what your culture is all about. That is what people would look forward to.
Okay. So, any particular solution which you always recommend to the corporates
On what front, Jack?
on the engagement part? You know,
We On the engagement, we definitely want people to have what do you say, our people engagement
right,
strategies that we have. Simple things, celebrating one's birthday, celebrating milestones, you
correct.
know the R&R that we have monthly R&Rs, where people get recognized, accolades are being given to people, photographs are put on the board where one feels that, okay, next I want to be there.
Right,
So we have all these accountabilities in place, just to give that feel good factor to our employees, to our people who are working with us, because at the end of the day, they give us what they have. Recognizing is what we have to do at our end.
right,
Then again, it comes to giving them the right direction, giving them the training that is required. Yes, all are not at par. You have
right,
people who are at different areas, at different time zones. So we have to recognize that and bring up people who are lagging behind, hold their hands, give them what they need, and boost their and motivate them.
right. So, what do you do with the team members who are not doing well and who are taking time? So, do you have anything, any solutions for them?
um, See, as a practice, see, we are an HR, recruitment is at the core. Every Saturday we have as a practice, we have case study sharing sessions where
Okay,
each individual has to present uh, a case study. It can be good, it can be bad, it can be ugly. So it's a learning for everybody. So we pick up two case studies. Sometimes we keep one positive and one negative, a failure and a success. So they share their experiences when they got that success, and they share their part of the story when they have not got success, where something has fallen flat, we've not had a joiner, we've had a back out. See, everything, it's a part and parcel of our day-to-day life.
yes,
But when you share this with the entire team knows what are the do's and what are the don'ts. So this is one simple thing that we follow. And apart from that, also, to answer your question, when we find somebody who is lagging behind, we take that person up, we put them in different types of programs that we have curated for them to excel, for them to get that boost, for them to get recharged and deliver.
right,
So there is a one-to-one hand holding also that we do to the people who are lagging behind,
yes.
to bring them up to the fore.
Really good. So, do you mean to say you also align these values when you propose this to the corporates who are having a tie-up with you? So,
See, corporates, we have two different segments now. When we have the recruitment piece, where we only take care of the recruitment part of corporates, and we have the HRBP service also, which we provide. Where we do the handholding, where we do the understanding of what is it that is required by the company. We have audits that we take them through an audit, where we identify the gaps, where we identified what are the areas that they need to work on. So once we identify that, then we come up with certain solutions. We work with our partners as well and come up with whatever, wherever they lag. There are companies that tell us, okay, this is the gap that we have. Is there something that we can do, or is there something that you all can do for us? That is where we cater to them on those fronts.
okay. So, good to know about this. What do you think the factors like recognition, career growth, and learning opportunities does it influence retention?
It, of course, um, triggers retention, because at the end of the day, Jack, I'm sure you've been in the industry. It is so very important uh, for every individual who's working in your team to make them feel that they are revered, they are a part of the value chain, and they are equally important in the delivery that you do.
Right.
The day a person feels neglected, the day a person feels that oh no, I'm not no more required over here, uh, my existence in this organization is meaningless. When that sense comes, that's the time when they start looking out other opportunities. See, the reason could be anything. They haven't been performing, or you have others in your team who are the front runners, so there are others who get ignored. Okay, so as a team leader, we make them realize that every team member in your team is important. Okay, if somebody is not performing, bring them to the front, understand what is it that they're lagging, like the point that we covered earlier. People who are lagging behind, how do they we bring them to the front to ensure that they also perform. Okay, so I think that that importance that we give people and bringing people up is so much needed in an organization. And today we are a small team. Okay, so we got a beautiful structure where every team leader has their team, and they try to do a personal handholding to everybody. So whenever we find there is a gap, there is something to be done for a specific team member, we have to address that. At
Okay.
times we also have to let go of people, that okay, if they are not fitting into the culture, if they are not fitting into whatever that we are aligned to go forward, we have to address it, bring it to the front, and let them know that okay, this is the challenge, this is what we have done, this is what we have expected you to do after the trainings, after the session that we've had. It's not worked out, and it's time for us to move forward in the interest of both the organization and the employee.
Right. Right. So that means you have a complete plan as a training calendar and as an input calendar, and then that is what you follow. That's what you mean to say.
Yeah, so these things we we have it before the start of the year, that okay, these are the things that we address. So as I said earlier also, Jack, that what we do, we have to uh, whatever we are preaching, we have to practice first.
Yes.
Okay, so if we put our house in order, uh, we are over here helping organizations to put their house in order.
Right.
Where there is a lack of compliance policies, whatever the challenge might be, it is our role and our duty to understand when we are given the mandate, and have a solution to it.
So, what is another interesting aspect is, Dolphy, what we would like to know is how do you manage international markets? Uh, Being in India, and of course, you have a very, very great depth of experience in handling international markets. How are you complementing it from India? This would be a very interesting fact for all of us.
No, that's a good question, Jack. And I would give credit to almost the 2 decades that I have had experience handling this market. Okay, specifically the Middle East and Africa regions.
Okay.
I have clients that are coming from varied industries, be
Okay.
it financial services, be it heavy engineering, be it mining, manufacturing. So I have handled in companies across these industries, across these geographies. So uh, when you ask me what it takes, and or what it is that how I do what I do, I had not traveled my initial years, to these. I have sent people to Africa where I had no clue about what is Africa all about. Okay, I
Okay.
was so passionate about knowing the country, knowing the culture, knowing how what it takes, for a person to live and work in a certain geography.